Capitol attack. Brian Cole Jr., a 30-year-old white man from the...
Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No, not this time. It's totally made up. Pure fiction.
Here we go. The January 6th pipe bomber is a psyop. I know I'm going to be the guy, Abe. I'm the guy that doesn't trust anything, and I don't trust this. I know that Cash Money and Dan Bongino, I know that they're running the FBI. I don't trust the FBI. Dan and Cash, they're not running this investigation. You got they're relying on dozens and dozens and dozens of other FBI agents who couldn't crack this case. They were able to find 66-year-old grandmas with cancer who walked across the Capitol lawn on January 6th, but they couldn't find Ray Epps, and they couldn't find this dude, huh? You couldn't find that dude. I'll tell you what, I'll trust the FBI when the FBI arrests the FBI agents who messed this up so bad that they couldn't find this dude for 5 years. Yeah, how about that? Anyway, we have on top of the official narrative that they've now found the dude. By the way, he's a white Donald Trump supporter. Huh? What? Nick Sorter over here, WTF, CNN's Jake Tapper just went out of his way to lie and call the January 6th pipe bomber a white man. Yeah. Why would you do that, bro? Well, I'll explain that in a second. Here.
Capitol attack. Brian Cole Jr., a 30-year-old white man from the...
No. I mean, no. No, that's right on par, though, with all of these. You got a whole bunch of illegal aliens from Venezuela and Saudi Arabia. They're all labeled white when they arrest them, by the way. But there you go. That's your 30-year-old white dude. And on top of this, he thought the election was stolen. So they're flooding the zone right now with this notion that Donald Trump was able to get a whole bunch of white supremacists to Washington, D.C. to overthrow an election. And the one who brought bombs was this white supremacist black dude. That, despite the FBI having the cell phone information, the pinging, the data, and the vast amount of cameras around all of those things, the fact that somebody brought bombs to Washington, they couldn't crack the code. Is anybody out there buying this? Now the mainstream media press is running out there to muddy the waters even more and get leftards who will never watch this show. They'll never listen to anybody who isn't a pink-haired goofball. So now they're just going to go on and they're going to think that a white supremacist Donald Trump supporter tried to overthrow the election with bombs and he's finally been arrested. No, that's not all what happened. And why isn't anybody explaining how the FBI couldn't find this dude? Oh. I got a real bad habit of not buying any of the official narratives, and I'm not buying this one. Now listen, you trying to shake a bad habit? Well, check out today's sponsor, Fume. Have you ever caught yourself out there reaching for a bad habit? You're not even thinking about it. Maybe it's out of stress. Maybe it's out of boredom. Maybe you just want to fit in. Well, that's where Fume comes in. It's not about quitting. It's about replacing. Fume, the sponsor of today's video, is a simple and enjoyable way to break away from bad habits while still having something satisfying to reach for. No vapor, no nicotine, just pure flavor right there. Fume is an award-winning flavor device that delivers great taste without any of those harmful chemicals. Instead of inhaling vapor, simply breathe in natural, food-grade ingredients that satisfy the craving without the addiction. Sleek, portable, and built to last, and it doesn't require any charging. It's the only thing that you'll ever have on you that doesn't need constant plugging into this. It's just always there when you need it. And that's why over 700,000 people have already made the switch to Fume as part of their habit change journey. If you're ready to try yourself today, now's the time. For a limited time only, if you order the Journey Pack using my promo code SaltyCracker, you'll get a free Fume topper, an awesome accessory to level up your experience. So click the link, tryfume.com/saltycracker, or you can scan the QR code on the screen and get yours today. So in addition to CNN calling the black dude a white person. You've also got the mainstream media press telling you that the pipe bomber told the FBI that he believed the 2020 election. Conspiracy theories. What conspiracy theories? Oh, it was the most secure election of all time. Oh, it was. It was the most secure election of all time. Then why wasn't I able to question? You guys questioned 2016, right? Then you said, we'll arrest you because you're a threat to democracy if you question 2020. And now you guys are right back to questioning 2024. Yeah. If you want to know which election was stolen, you just need to understand that. You could question 2016, you couldn't question 2020, and you're right back allowed to be questioning 2024. Yeah, one of these was stolen. Yeah. And when you've got a pipe bomber, right, at the event, they can't find them. And then when they do find them, the media says he's white. And by the way, he's a Donald Trump supporter from a completely anti-Trump family. Now listen, I totally believe that family members can deviate. The Charlie Kirk official story, shooter, an effeminate-looking man chasing down furries for gay sex. I think that's a lefty. And shot and murdered Charlie Kirk. Yeah, I think if you take into that, that's probably lefty, but came from a super-duper Donald Trump supporting family. The problem is, you got to show me the deviation. I showed you with the Charlie Kirk official narrative shooter. Again, effeminate dude chasing down furries. Right? This over here, you guys are running cover for him already. So anyway, pipe bomb suspect told FBI that he believed 2020 election conspiracy theories. The suspect has been cooperating with the FBI, according to sources, and is expected to make his first court appearance today. They are now reporting that he has admitted that he put the bombs there. Right? Trump has falsely claimed that the 2020 election was rigged. Yeah. What do you mean falsely? What are you basing that on? So he said, yes, I did it. I put it again, the bomber, the white bomber over here said that he did it. Wow, that's a really interesting thing, guys. Inside this tranche of new information from the interviews that this white bomber has been giving the last day and a half, we've got some dates, right? We've got both pipe bombs were manufactured using end caps, which were used to close the end of the 8-inch pipe. The pipe bombs placed outside the RNC and the DNC. A mix of both black and galvanized end caps. The end caps had markings from the pipe manufacturers, so we know when they were made and when they were purchased, by the way. The purchase dates from a Home Depot, 4 different Home Depots in Northern Virginia, October 22nd, 2019. Hold, Abe. He knew the election was going to be rigged? In October 2019, it was pretty clear that Donald Trump was going to win. It was pretty clear. It was like, oh, Joe Biden can't do events. Nobody's going to Joe Biden events. Yeah. It was pretty clear. It wasn't until pipes started breaking. It wasn't until a bunch of states in unison all stopped counting in the middle of the night. Which happened after this. This is 22nd of October. The 22nd of October. March 10th, June 20th. The guy's buying all of these bomb preparation materials. He's making pipe bombs in June. In June. Because he just knew that the election was going to be rigged. Why isn't NBC, why isn't the FBI, how come nobody's asking why he bought all of the bomb-making materials when it looked like Donald Trump was cruising to a victory? Was cruising to a victory. I had no doubt. I was sitting there going, man, this is going to be a blowout. And just sitting there going, look at this. Donald Trump's going to crush this fool. But this guy, this white supremacist, black, bomb-making, super sleuth, I think he was able to evade Joe Biden's FBI, the Joe Biden's FBI that was using satellites and AT&T telemetric data, fucking dolphins, to hunt down MAGA grandmas. He was able to evade them. Again, Cash, when are we arresting some of these FBI agents? Now, who's been fired because of massive ineptitude? And who's been arrested for covering and protecting? I'm not buying any of this. I'm not buying any of this. And the mainstream media press going out of its way to make this sound real stupid, that ain't helping the situation. That ain't helping the situation. They said this dude was white. This is crazy. There you go. He has admitted to doing it, and he's a white man.
Brian Cole Jr., a 30-year-old white man from the D.C. suburbs, is charged with transporting an explosive device in...
Yeah, that's weird. And is it also so? First they said that they were pipe bombs, and they said, "Well, listen, they've got kitchen timers on them, so these weren't going to work. These were just for show. Then they looked exactly like the FBI's training materials, and now they're right back to no, they were definitely going to blow up and kill a bunch of people. What? What? Harry Carey also. Hey, what? All right, guys." There you have it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Check out today's sponsor, Fume, and then make way, because the salt must flow.